Hey everybody, it's Kevra. That's me, I'm Kevra. Old background, new content. Let's talk about the new content first. Nintendo just released a new trailer for Super Mario Party Jamboree in Japanese. They just updated their official Japanese website for the game, and they released a new article talking about some of that information. Now, it's mostly little bits of information here and there, but there are two really big pieces, one of which is a potential story-like mode. Everyone's calling it a story mode, but it just appears to be a one-player mode. And then the other really big reveal is that there is a new way to play the main mode of Mario Party under something called Championship Rules. So the first thing that we're gonna go over is the Super Mario Party Jamboree official website. Now, most of it is the exact same thing. It's what we went over a few weeks ago, but there is a couple of big things added. First off, they added a section about the motion and rhythm minigames, the Switch Joy-Con islands over here. So far, I've just been seeing these minigames, and so I don't really want to go over that because I haven't seen any kind of gameplay where it's just there's a wraparound, even the river survival mode where you're going downstream to play all these minigames. It just looks like minigames, so I don't really want to touch on that. But the other really big mode that they added is what appears to be a one-player mode. Now, some people are referring to this as the story mode. I haven't seen anything on these websites that say story, so I don't know if people are just assuming that, or if someone who speaks Japanese did see something about possibly a story. But so that's the thing that I really want to go over. They also did update, this is the trailer section, so they put a new trailer, so they updated that, and then also mini games, but again, I don't really want to go over mini games, so we're gonna go ahead and click on Kamek, and we're going to start looking at this mode. And again, this is all kind of weirdly translated, but if one of the tricks that I kind of learned, actually I want to do this one, is that you can copy, you can paste, and then you can actually read the entire thing by doing it that way. So, for example, this line is kind of not fully readable. It says, move freely around the 5 areas of the island without dice. So, my guess is it's just the 5 brand new boards. You're not going to be able to play the retro boards in this one-player mode. I could be wrong about that, but it seems very specific that it's saying the 5 areas. And then I think it's interesting that you aren't going to be using dice. You're just going to get to move around willy-nilly, I guess. And then it also says that you'll be helping people in trouble and sometimes playing minigames, which is demonstrated they have a few different videos. So like this first one right here, Mario's going to go up to Toad. Toad's going to say something in Japanese, but I think he's asking for a crate because here in a second, you're going to see Mario go over to the shop. He's going to buy a crate from the Koopa, and then he's going to go back to the Toad, give him that crate that he just bought, and then, he gets a few star bits. And that's the thing about this mode, is that it seems to be all about the star bits. It's not about getting stars, it's about getting these little star bits. So he gives him the crate, and then he gets, I think, 1 or 2 star bits. Come on. Okay, so he got 1 star bit, and then if you notice, this had changed, because it basically, it looks like you're supposed to get a certain amount of star bits per island, board, per match, whatever it is, and then as you can see, they kind of change. So I think you have to get somewhere around 30. It looks like it's 30 oftentimes. And then that's how you possibly win the game. Game's over as soon as that happens. And then, Bowser comes and then, or there's something weird with the haze. So it sounds like the goal of this game is basically to get 30 star bits through helping these Toads or Goombas or whatever, because there's going to be more footage that we can look at right here. Because again, for example, he's getting him a stick, like a piece of wood, I believe, because Shy Guy, I guess, needs more wood to cut. So Mario finds this random stick, he goes, gives it to Shy Guy gives him some points, and so as you can see, he needs 30 right here, and then as soon as he gives the Shy Guy the stick, he's going to get 1 or 2 star bits, 1 star bit, and it goes down to 29, and now he's suddenly got 1 up here. So that's kind of how this mode seems to work. And then, there's also just really random stuff where it's like he's going to pull the sticker off of this Goomba. So, I'm not a big fan of story mode, personally. To me, like Mario Party is a multiplayer game. I want to play it with other people. I think that when they introduced it in Mario Party 3, I thought it was really cool. But when I went back and played that game when they released it on NSO, I was not a huge fan that I had to play every single board by myself just to unlock Waluigi's Island. So I'm kind of not looking forward to this, but at the same time, it's different enough where it's like, okay, hopefully I'll have fun doing it. Hopefully I don't have to do it to unlock boards. Hopefully it's just an extra side mode. But we'll see. I have no idea, honestly. But yeah, that's the big information reveal for the website. And then if we go over to their official article announcements, they talk about a lot of different things here. And we're just going to go over all these little bits of information. The championship rules is the one that's the really, really big one. And so they post the trailer, and again, we're going to go up into that. Like, there's three little things I want to go over. It's mostly footage you've seen. It's just more gameplay, but there is three little tidbits that I want to touch on in that trailer after we talk about this article. So it starts off talking about the motion mini games, specifically the one where you're flying around, and then it talks about, this little Toad Factory, Rhythm House, all that kind of stuff. Talks about the Jamboree friends, mostly information that you know. I have heard that there's only going to be 10 Jamboree friends. Like, not every single character is possibly a Jamboree friend. I don't know if that's necessarily true. You can see there's 8 right here, and then Yoshi is a 9th one. So maybe there's just one more, or maybe it's everyone, and again, it's just one of those things that's wrong information that gets spread around. And then they also revealed Yoshi's ability is to copy an item. So if you have Yoshi as an ally and you pass somebody and they've got an item, Yoshi will copy that item and then you'll be able to have it as well. So I think that's pretty cool. Let's see. So they go over just a lot of the Jamboree stuff. Again, like the information that we know. You can get 2 items. You can get 2 stars. Then it also talks about the bad effects happening if you have the Jamboree Pal, like doubly. So it is confirmed that if you land on a Bowser space, the punishment is twice as severe. And I do wonder if they're going to just leave off like Bowser Revolution or like a Bowser minigame for this type of punishment, because it's just about you getting punished, and so those options are taken off if you have an ally, because it's supposed to affect you doubly, or if it's one of those things where you just get lucky. If there's a Bowser Revolution, then you don't have to, you're still gonna have the same amount of coins. There is no extra punishment there, and possibly it's even a reward if you're low on coins. So they talk about the stamps, which I'm a little bit confused about, because in a lot of the videos I've seen them be referred to as reactions, and so I believe that these are the same things, because if you look down here, it looks like the reactions. And in Superstars, they were called stickers, which makes it even more confusing. But it does make sense, because if you scroll down here, they talk about how you can change your card, and you can basically buy these little stickers to decorate your card with. Just like in Mario Party Superstars, where you had a card, but in that case, you decorate it with information like your favorite board, your favorite game, all that kind of stuff. This, you're decorating it with stickers. Fine. Okay. I think it's a little bit weird, especially when they have like the white outlines around everybody. So it looks like they're very clearly stickers. They're like not in the environment. I don't know. If you have fun doing it, good for you. Doesn't look like my cup of tea. But that is why they are no longer calling the reactions or stamps stickers, because of the fact that they have actual stickers that you're going to be putting on top of your cards. And I do hope that they're going to have the ability to add information like, what is your favorite Super Mario Party Jamboree board, who's your favorite character, all that kind of stuff, because I thought that was the interesting thing about these types of cards. I actually really liked, if I was playing a random Discord match with somebody, I was like, I would like to see what were their top 4 favorite minigames, what was their favorite board. Like, I thought that information was kind of cool to know about this stranger. And I also did really like the reactions stamps, whatever they're calling it in this game. I do think that 109 of them seems a little bit excessive, because there were times when I was playing Superstars and I don't know how many that game had, like maybe 30, and I was like, okay, where is the specific sticker that I'm looking for? Like, I'm looking for, this random, like a bullet bill or something like that, or like the ticking time bomb where it's like tick tick or tick tock or whatever, and I couldn't find it because there's just so many stickers, and I'm just like, if I have to go through 109 of them, like that's crazy. Unless of course it's like you only get 20, like when you're playing on your profile, you can select up to 20 or 30 or something like that, and then the other 80 or 70 or whatever are just kind of like hanging out in the like back at the shop or something like that, so you have to keep changing them out, kind of a situation. I kind of hope that's the case, but I don't really know. And then it talks about the card shop, which I talked about in my last video, how one of the places at that little star island is very likely a card shop. And this kind of just confirms it, and looks like you can also buy little stickers to decorate your cards in the card shop. I don't know if you can buy anything else other than the cards and the stickers in the card shop, but it does say that is what the party points are used for, so maybe these are the only things, but that's something, again, we'll have to see. But this is the big thing that I really wanted to talk about, because I find this extremely interesting. There is basically a new mode within the main mode of Mario Party called Championship Rules. Now, it plays somewhat similarly to the normal version of Mario Party that we know, but there are big significant changes. The first one being that there's only 12 rounds. You can't do any more, you can't do any less. There's also only one bonus star, and the goal is to still get the most stars at the end, because it's very much like regular Mario Party. But the weird thing is, when it says there's only one bonus star and the conditions for receiving the bonus star are announced at the start of the game, you can see what appears to be 3 different versions of bonus stars. You see what I'm assuming is the fast traveled one, the running star, the one who traveled the most spaces, the happening space star, and this one looks like it'd be the slow star. And it says it's important to keep these bonus stars in mind when playing. So I'm a little bit confused on that. If there's just one bonus star that you personally can win, but there are 3 potential bonus stars that like are up for grabs for anybody. So like, Mario could win the running star, Luigi could win happening star, and then Peach could win slow star, but Mario can't win running star and happening star. Like, that's a little bit unclear, and then so maybe whenever we get like an official translation, that's gonna make more sense. But right now that part's a little bit confusing, but I do like the idea behind that. You also get to start out with an item, which I think makes sense if you're only going to be able to play 12 turns, and you get to pick, so that's just very much a strategy element. If you do the warp pipe or whatever, not everybody's basically going to be starting at the very beginning of the board, because you can instantly warp to, you don't get to pick the place, but hypothetically, you could warp to the opposite end of the board, and suddenly, like, everyone's position has changed, right? There is so this is also really interesting. It talks about the number of item limits. So what it basically sounds like is the fact that if you go to a shop and let's say I buy the golden pipe, all of a sudden that golden pipe is no more. There's only one of each version in the shop. So you can see it for the Wiggler Bell right here. So it's available right now, and then it's sold out on this turn. And so I don't know if there's like one of each in stock. I don't know if there's maybe like 3, but if there's only 12 turns and they go out of stock, I feel like there's only one, which I feel like is both a good thing and also kind of a really bad thing, because if there's a golden pipe and someone gets it first, I feel like that gives them such a huge advantage over everyone else, because you were the only one able to buy it, because you were just able to buy the golden pipe first and then no one else could. So it feels like a good concept, but it also feels like one that could be a little bit, it just feels a little bullshit to me, honestly. So, and then, lucky spaces are different. That was the other big thing. So, in the regular game, you have the roulette, you land on a lucky space, and it could be any of these things. You push A, and something's randomly selected. For this championship rules, when you land on a lucky space, you basically get to either choose you want 10 coins or you want double dice. There is no randomness. There are no other options. It's just these two things, and you get to pick which of the two that you want, which I think is pretty cool. And then for the Bowser space, that's also changed. Basically, someone's gonna lose a star. It says you will definitely lose 1 star, but I don't. It says a bunch of different things, and so I don't know if it's a situation where like everyone's name is on there. Of course, there's 5 options, so maybe it's, you know, the 4 characters and then everyone loses a star type of thing. I don't know if it's a different amount of stars. Again, because I don't speak Japanese, this is a little bit harder to decipher, but I love the brutality of it. Absolutely, 100%. I think that's fantastic. And then that's not the only change. As you can see, the number of coins that Teresa steals from rivals is fixed, which I'm guessing Teresa is Boo. But that also means that there is no button mashing with Boo. It's a specific set number. You know, maybe it's 10, maybe it's 12, not really sure. But whenever you go to Boo and you want to steal coins from someone, you don't have to guess, you know, is it going to be 7 or is it going to be 14? It is definitely going to be the same number every single time. Unless, of course, you know, there's like a last 3 turns and it doubles then or whatever. There's also no hidden blocks, which, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of that. I like hidden blocks, personally. But, and then it talks about various other changes. It doesn't mention what those changes are. But I do think that this is a interesting new mode for everyone to play. And I'm actually really looking forward to this. Now, the last thing that we gotta talk about is the trailer. And again, most of the things in the trailer are kind of stuff that we've all seen before. It's the same kind of gameplay, it's the same kind of mini games. There's not a lot of information to go over except for 3 little small bits. Now, I've talked a lot on this channel about the suspicion of an 8th board, possibly more, and it all started with this little tiny crack on the wall. And of course, the first thing that I noticed in this brand new trailer is a bruiser pounding on that crack on the wall. I have to admit, I'm no bruiser aficionado. In fact, I had to look up what his name was because I completely forgot it. But the one thing that I think about when I'm thinking about this particular character is the fact that, you know, he's just breaking down walls. And you know, it's not just in 2D Mario games that he's breaking down these walls. No. There's actually precedent for it in the Mario Party universe, where they literally have an entire game where he's just breaking down walls, like a horde of them are just constantly tearing down those walls. Now, as always, it could be something really stupid. Even though this is where all the boards are and there's no signs of anything else, maybe this is some weird kind of cave of a trophy room or something ridiculous like that. I don't think so. Again, my personal opinion is that it's Creepy Cavern. He's gonna bust down that wall. Then there's gonna be this green liquid flowing out of it, like a green river creek stream. And that green stream of liquid is gonna be flowing out from Creepy Cavern, because the center of the map, even though it's lava in this image right here, I think it's gonna be green, just like what's on the left side of the board, where you see Dory over there swimming around. I think it's gonna be exactly that. Because we already have magma over in Bowser's Keep, so I feel like this is just gonna be more of the green water, which also just makes it feel more cavern-like. Again, that's just my personal guess, and honestly, that's my least favorite board from Mario Party 3, so this is not me just desperately wanting Creepy Cavern. If anything, I'd want Waluigi's Island, but based on the information that I'm seeing, I think it's Creepy Cavern. And I say this with a slight bit of confidence because I was proven right about something in this trailer. Because a while ago, I brought up that I wasn't really hyped for Rainbow Galleria because everything's gonna be half priced. And then people brought up, oh, well, no, it's just gonna be the stars. And I was like, no, it's probably gonna be everything because it's a clearance sale. That's how clearance sales work. And then this trailer revealed that I was right. The shops are half priced items during the clearance sale. That's why everything's getting marked down right here. Anyway, that was topic number 2. Okay, that's not actually a topic, that's just more of an observation. Kinda like this next one. I don't think that you can buy golden pipes at the normal shops in Rainbow Galleria based on this screenshot right here. Because this particular shop, if you land on the happening space, golden pipes and the golden dice look like the specialty thing that what you're gonna get if you land here. Now, we still haven't seen any character landing on these spaces, so maybe it's a thing where you get it for free, so they actually are gonna be selling golden pipes in the shops. But at the same time, I don't know, it just feels like it's kind of weird if the clearance sale is constantly happening and you're constantly getting golden pipes for what I'm assuming is 12 coins, because it showed them as 25 coins in that article that we just saw. So that's kind of why I speculate you're not going to be able to buy golden pipes on this map, which I think is great because I think the coin economy is extremely broken on this board for a variety of reasons. So if we can't buy golden pipes, if you have to land on these specific event spaces, that does make this map a little bit better in my personal opinion. And that's it. Oh, aside from the background, I guess. So yeah, this is my parents' spare bedroom. When I was living in town, this is the room that I would use to do my YouTube videos and to do my auditions. So yeah, if you see this background right here, that means I'm in my hometown. That means I'm at my parents' house. So I'm gonna be here for the next few weeks. So you're gonna see, you know, this background for the next few videos. And when you see that boring gray backdrop again, that means I'm back at my actual place with my roommate and, you know, the recording in a tiny little audition room where I can't fit all of this stuff. So anyway, but yeah, let me know, you know, what you thought of the video. You can drop a comment about the one player solo mode, about the new battle royale mode, and then also what you think about that broozer, huh? And until next time, I'll catch you later.